What are SQL injections?
So the Mueller report discusses something called SQL injection attacks in a couple of places in there. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a type of database format that's used very commonly across computer networks. So an SQL injection attack is where the cyber attackers will craft a message, put it into an input field in your database in order to execute code that then that's going to allow them to export data from that database. So in this instance, with the elections coming up, the GRU, or Russian intelligence, used SQL injection attacks against, I believe it was 16 different state election committees. Those election organizations in those different states had databases that were exposed to the internet on their websites. The GRU crafted those inputs into those databases and attempted to crack those and gain access to those. The state of Illinois was breached, so they were able to go in and pull tax voter registration information out of the state of Illinois in an attempt to gain more and more information about the U.S. election and how they could implement influence over that election. So most companies today are running databases, running SQL internally. So we have to guard against these same types of attacks, the SQL injections. If you've got databases exposed through your website, you need to be aware of SQL injections and what that is, and different ways you can defend yourself against SQL injection attacks. The tools that are used for this, a lot of them are the same tools that's used for defending against other types of attacks. You know, our firewalls need to be configured to make sure that they're scanning for SQL injection attacks on those web servers. The web servers need to be locked down, and then your database itself. What kind of segmentation do you have in your database? Is critical data separated away from the rest of the data that you may want to expose to the internet? And then how are you monitoring that to make sure that you don't have a leak of that data coming out that's going to pose a breach of your confidential data that you can maintain on your clients and customers?